I want to share some tips with you about how to survive in this non-sensitive world as a highly empathetic, acutely perceptive, extremely emotionally aware person. I wish that someone confronted me with these truths when I was younger to help me clarify the many times in my life where I could not cope with this heightened sensitivity. When we wait for other people's validation, approval, or permission, we disempower ourselves and we literally put our life on hold. And the truth is that you don't need anyone's validation but your own. And as a highly sensitive person, you probably also hesitate. You have low self-confidence. You question yourself. You don't value your gifts and talents. And you probably allow the reactions of other people to affect you so deeply that you end up living your life on someone else's terms. Well, you're not alone, and I too share this path with you, and it is a challenge every day. So the advice that I'd love to offer you as a HSP is don't tolerate discomfort for as long as you do. Practice saying no and getting comfortable with it. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, who inspire you, who believe in you. The company that you keep is so important, because if you tolerate criticism, skepticism, or negativity, it will erode your self-worth very subtly. Sometimes all it takes is just spending one moment with one person who can uplift you and bring you out of that downward spiral that we often fall into. So set higher standards for yourself in all your relationships, but particularly the relationship that you have with yourself. Learn to love yourself first, because if you don't do that first, you'll only be disappointed in others, and you'll have too many high expectations that they will be unable to meet. Loving yourself for the highly sensitive person that you are include the following: being discerning, setting boundaries within your own mind, and no longer putting yourself down ever. Listen to yourself talk. How do you speak to yourself? No more tormenting yourself about the past that you cannot change. We can only change our perceptions of the past. No more treating yourself like some sort of a slave, disregarding your body's needs. And definitely no more putting up with other people's abuse or unkindness. And no more postponing doing what you love to do. Just as we are affected by negative energy, we are even more affected by positive energy. So choose your company wisely. And yes, that includes family members. Don't do things out of obligation or betray what you feel is true for you. If you can't find people who are not on your level of awareness or who are not interested in growing or evolving, it's sometimes better to be by yourself in solitude for a little while. Keep your spirits high by reading inspirational books, watching some really awesome and moving movies, or watching YouTube videos that remind you that you are a powerful creator and that you create your own reality. You get to say who stars in your movie. Always remember, you are not a victim. Humanity seems to be caught up in this frequency of victimhood, but we, being highly sensitive, we find it unbearable to get trapped in blaming and in negativity. So do your best to choose a better feeling thought. And all of this, yes, it takes practice, but it will get easier with time. So set boundaries that preserve your self-worth, your joy, and your energy. And most of us have sought validation in all the wrong places, from people who couldn't give us what we needed. Most therapists don't even know what the term HSP is, because it is not a diagnosis, it's a trait. And in childhood, yes, validation is important. But as an adult, we can now give that validation to ourselves. And finding out that you're highly sensitive, well, that's the biggest validation of all. So don't ever allow someone who doesn't see your value to define what you are worth. Accept that your sensitivity is a gift, and it's only your old programs, your beliefs, the stories that you keep telling yourself that stand between where you are and where you want to be. So I hope to encourage you and sometimes provoke you in the most loving way that I can to help you let go of all the things that are no longer serving you.